And we have some breaking data out of the US PPI. We've been talking about that earlier. US PPI, that rose about 0.2% in August. We have the data out there. And that's in line with estimates and forecasts. So I guess nothing to worry about the PPI at this point, because we know the US Federal Reserve will be looking out for all this data. So PPI, and that's in line with forecasts at this time. Let's get a check on the crypto market now. What's the call on the board? It's green again. So we're seeing that rebound continue right then. The crypto market, 2.65% up for Bitcoin. A deep green for Binance coin there. That's a native coin for the cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, and other coins are looking really, really green. Let's look at the sentiments right now. Is this still a fearful market? Looking at the fear greed index, yesterday there was fear in the market. I'm sure some traders are wondering, it did get to extreme fear at some point, but not 31 points. So we're seeing a recovery with the fear greed index. Let's look at some stories, headlines right there in the market. Swift, they've unveiled tokenized assets transfers there. So they announced the new initiative that was yesterday to streamline global transactions and enable its members to use their Swift connection for transactions involving both traditional and emerging asset types, such as crypto. Then we see there's a UK bill to recognize cryptocurrency as personal property. So the UK government is introducing, that's Parliament, they're introducing this a bill there that would recognize cryptocurrency as a personal asset, and that's going to be for the first time. So we'll see if that's going to scale through. Then we see Vitalik Buterin there. He's the founder of Ethereum, and he's brought up some talk about layer 2 decentralization. So he has some plans to make Ethereum more decentralized. So he's going to be laying out most of those plans for NFTs, carbon credits, and all of that. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's talk to Gilbert Jopata now, financial market analyst. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert. Can you hear me?
Hey, Mr. Ladi.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I can hear you now. So Swift announcing this new initiative to streamline global transactions, so their members can actually use cryptocurrency. How bullish is this?
First of all, I think that Swift is smart enough to understand that the blockchain technology is revolutionizing finance itself, and has decided to disrupt itself before it gets phased out by this technology. So them integrating this blockchain means that it can allow its members access digital assets and currencies via its network. The company actually announced this today, and it noted that its users want to rely on its infrastructure for using fiat, and so they decided they are going to integrate our abilities. Now we could use digital assets, which are cryptos. We could also send CBDCs at the same time with the network. This means a lot of things, if for the blockchain industry and cryptocurrency, where the heads of digital assets in Van Eck, Matthew says that this conversation has to do with Ethereum and its layer 1. However, there are different interpretations as well in the industry, because the Chainlink community, the head of community liaison, Zach, says that no, they are talking about Chainlink and possibly Ethereum Avalanche and Quorum. Even though there are further conversation around this that says it has nothing to do with regulated asset, just like XRP. But I think that it's quite a smart thing for Swift to interrogate, our ability to send digital asset. There had been a phase 1 test, which has been on for about a year. There have been a phase 1. And the next phase they are diving into right now is how they can integrate CBDCs and other regulated stable currency. So for even though as the community and industry, which is blockchain, there are different interpretation what this means.
Right.
This means that
Gilbert,
now Swift is being more right now between the bridge between the digital assets and the traditional finance right now.
Okay, but Gilbert, I thought with cryptocurrency, the technology is about taking out the middleman. So is Swift not some kind of middleman at this point?
Before now, I was heavily of this ideology that the more cryptocurrency goes mainstream is going to phase out traditional currencies. But I was very, very terribly wrong, because what I've realized is that the traditional finance and the cryptocurrency market will have to have a convergence, because at the end of the day, even though you are holding these digital assets, or currencies, for you to buy and sell, in the real world, you need to convert that to the traditional finance, which is banking. And yet there are certain persons who may not be of this ideology of sovereign man, being in total control of your finance. They want people to manage finance for them. So there is going to be more of a convergence. But the idea of SWIFT is more of an interoperability. So you could just move from digital assets, fiat, and convert them to CBDCs and all of that.
Right. Yeah. So much to unpack there, but we'll keep tracking that to see how it really plays out, for the crypto industry using SWIFT. Thank you so much, Gilbert Oprata, lead analyst, Smart Investor Lodge. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.